Hey Scorpio, it's Patsy here, and I'm going to be doing your general reading for the month of June 2018. I have already done my prayers, I cut the cards, I laid them out, and we're going to start with the Akashic Tarot, which is by Sharon Ann Klinger and Sandra Ann Taylor. I'm having a problem with the reading tonight, so we'll see. All right, but I know I've been procrastinating, but it's time to get these done. So, Scorpio, first card that came up for you in your reading today was the Five of Keys. This talks about having your wishes fulfilled, right? So this is where you feel you are right now, okay? Your wishes have been fulfilled. Your dreams have come true. You have enough to eat. You have enough to drink. You have enough of everything that you need to sustain yourself and your family. You live comfortably. You take vacations. You have a nice home. Second card that came here for you, another five of keys. All right, so this is about diversity. All right, diversity. This card talks about expanding your home, bringing more people into your home, coming into contact with more people, different races, different denominations, different ideologies, diverse backgrounds, diverse talents, different problems, okay? But what this is change. This is change that's going to be happening around your home. So maybe you are moving into a new home. This is the wish that was fulfilled. And you're going to a new neighborhood, different people, a new set of people, maybe a different race or class, economic class than you. So maybe you're moving to a new home. Next card that came for you was the Queen of Keys. So this could be talking about you. Someone who has an independent person, someone who's a hard worker, someone who's maybe owns his or her own business. Could be someone who is a supervisor over others, or just doing very, very well in their field. They've accomplished a lot by their own hard work and by their instincts. Someone who's successful. So this is you, then you are acknowledging the fact that you are proud of what you've done. You're also looking for other ways perhaps to bring more income in or to expand the business. Maybe bring more people into the company. Getting back to the diversity. Expanding the business, bringing more people into the company, or changing your mission of the company or adjusting it to encompass more people. So maybe you were a small business owner and now you're moving up some. And you're considering whether or not to go with this offer or to go ahead on with whatever this business merger is or this plan is. You've been that's midnight. You've been being very thoughtful about your next move, what you're going to do, but you're excited and you're looking forward to expansion and change. The next card that came for you here was King of Roses. Okay, so this talks about balance. This talks about reaching a point where you're comfortable. You love your work. You get a lot of comfort from it, fulfillment from it. It brings balance to you. But you know that there's something else. You're waiting on something else, though. You're not finished. There's something else that you feel is missing. There's something that you feel is missing with all your happiness. Okay. The bottom of the deck for this card in the beginning, okay, what for this spread was the Ark of the Covenant. Okay? The Ark of the Covenant talks about reaching a certain level in your spirituality where you're going to be, more secrets are going to be revealed to you, more things are going to be asked of you, and you are going to have access to more information. It also talks about taking a rest before you go on to do this work, because you have done good work up to this point, and you are going to be privy to all of this, and you're going to get to talk to different people, share your ideas, mostly learning and taking this new information in as it comes to you, but you do need to rest first. So that was the overall energy of this reading. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. So this I'm just getting here that this is also talking about maybe you just retired from work and now you're thinking about what else to do. Maybe you retired and you've got plans or an idea for some kind of expansion now that you can be your own boss, and you also are comfortable because you retired already, so you have a pension coming in. That's just what I got. That enables you to be able to rest. As you're learning your lessons, you're able to rest as you take it in because you're doing it on your own time. The last card that came up for you here was the Four of Scrolls, Karmic Trench. I'm so sorry. Anyway, this is the outcome of this spread. The Karmic Trench talks about doing all the work, but really not getting nowhere. You're just digging yourself in deeper and deeper and deeper because perhaps with all that you have accomplished and all your plans for the future, the thing that is missing here you're not focusing on your spirituality right now. You lost focus, maybe. You're focusing on other things. You're focusing maybe on a love interest. Okay, Scorpio. Maybe you've taken, okay. And by you doing that, you're just digging yourself a deeper trench because you're not, the respite they were giving you was not for you to fall back into old patterns. They want you to come away from that. They want you to look forward to expanding and building, okay, and getting more information, okay, learning more lessons, meeting more people, taking the lessons that you have, taking the information that you have, and sharing it with others. Learning things and teaching things. Being proud of all that you've accomplished. But I think what they're saying is that you have gotten diverted or distracted. You got distracted. You've gotten distracted lately. or in the month of June. So this is a warning that as you get all your wishes fulfilled, okay, and you get your expansion and you're meeting new people and basically don't forget where you came from, okay? This is what he's saying. Okay, don't forget where you came from. Don't get too big for your britches and forget what your mission here is. The reason that you're getting all that you're getting, the reason that you're doing so very well, and the reason that you have been blessed is because you have gotten your lessons. You've understood the karmic lessons. You took your you accomplished them. You mastered the lessons that they wanted you to master well, and you are ready to ascend to the next level. But I think that they're just saying we're going to give you everything that you asked for. Your wishes will be fulfilled. You're going to expand. You're going to have abundance. Your business is going to grow. You're going to be doing things that are whatever's happening is going to benefit you and your family. Spiritually, financially, all your needs are going to be covered. You're going to be covered. You're going to be comfortable. But what they're saying is don't get complacent. Don't get complacent. And don't keep doing the same things over and over and over again, expecting different results. There is a lesson that you haven't mastered in regards to that. It may be about waiting for someone to catch up, maybe waiting for someone too long, or maybe allowing a relationship to distract you from your spiritual journey. That could be what it is. Okay. So, the next deck of cards that we were going to be looking at here are the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron-Reid. And as I was shuffling, as I was talking just now, we got 3 cards for you. Oh, by the way, in case any of you needed to know, this card here, the Ark of the Covenant, number 11. This is number 11. This is a master number. This is a master year. This speaks about twin flames. This also speaks about being able to accomplish not to complete, but to ascend on your spiritual journey, to fulfill the contracts that you and your family agreed to at this time, during this lifetime that you came here to experience on behalf of yourself and on behalf of your ancestors. So the bottom of the deck for the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, before I forget, was card number 24, Map Maker of Destiny. Authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will. So this is saying that you have a purpose, that you have a destiny to fulfill, but acknowledging the fact that you have free will. That was at the bottom of the deck. So this is about exercising your free will, or finding out what your purpose is, or getting inspired so that you can go back and do the work that you had been set out to do. First card that came for you was the Word Lord. This talks about writing, communications, praise. This also could be talking about using words to manipulate, all right, or dishonest communication. Someone may be lying to you. or maybe you are lying to someone. You could be lying to yourself about something. But you're going to get, that's for some of you. On the other hand, there's some of you, the majority of you, who are going to be getting acknowledgement and praise about some communication that you shared, or a speech that you gave, a poem that you've written, a song that you published, something, some communication that you have shared with others. You're going to get positive feedback about. Or maybe you're going to be giving someone else a good review. This could be about that. Maybe some of you out there, maybe that's part of your job, is to give a good review, give reviews on products or on entertainment, like Broadway plays or products, book reviews. That's what I'm getting. Giving positive communications, being praised for your words, the speech, the presentation. 4 and 3. This card is number 43. 4 plus 3 is 7, so 7 is creation. 7 is divinity. Presenting a work to present that is a masterpiece. A work that is a masterpiece. Presenting a masterpiece. Okay. Second card that came for you was the Horse King. And this is number 42. 4 and 2 is 6. So this is about the strength to move forward, but it's also talking about considering all the factors. So again, you might be ready to move forward, but you are thinking about all of the options. You are going inside and asking your spirit guides and your Egum for assistance. You're also trying to stay in control of the situation. Again, you may be hiring more people to help you in your business going forward. So you're going to be utilizing your experience in order to maintain your business, or whatever the situation is that this is about. This could also be talking about control of your brand. Control of your brand. So getting copyright of your materials. Maybe getting help. Maybe you need lawyers. Maybe you need bookkeepers. A bookkeeper. Or maybe you need, maybe you're going to have to do a payroll. One of those payroll programs. Maybe you were just, writing checks or giving people cash, very informal. But this is expanding. This business is expanding. You got to change the way. You got to change. So we got 5 here, 5 of scrolls, and the 5 of keys, right? So we have to change maybe the way we're looking at things, change our perspective, change the way that we have normally been carrying out our business, because our business is about to expand. We're going to be getting a lot of recognition and praise about the communications that we have been sharing, whatever form it takes. And you're going to have to get some help to come in and give you a hand with this. This is a lot of work. And so you have been focusing on that, as the message said earlier, not putting all your energy back into your spirituality. Right now, you're more focused on the mundane. And the last card that came out from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms was the Ice Queen. Number 28. So 2 and 8 is 10. 10 reduces to 1. So this is talking about you. Again, have your ideas copywritten or at least write them down somewhere. Have them preserved somewhere. Your legacy. Any ideas that you have for your business. Start writing them down immediately so that it will be preserved in case something happens and you don't remember it, or someone tries to challenge you. You have proof. Make sure you put the date and everything on the page when you start writing. It's going to be like Comey said, right? Copious notes, notes that you do at the end of the day. Like a diary, right? But instead of that, this is going to be a journal entry about the bright idea that you just had. So also talks about non-action, resting on your laurels, feeling entitled. So maybe you decided to get a little lazy because maybe you feel like you earned it, or you're entitled to this. You're entitled to these gifts, or you're entitled to the praise that you've been getting. You worked hard. Okay, so you're looking at this is that, yes, I know, my blessings all flow through the Creator, but I worked hard, damn it. I worked hard. Creator did not make this easy for me. That's you. And you're right. It wasn't easy. Not at all. But you got through it. And you didn't get through it just because you're just great like that. You got through it because you were helped, and you were helped, and you were protected, and you were guided by your spirit guides, by the Creator. Okay? So, don't get beside yourself. You've gotten wisdom from this, though. And that's why they're saying they want you to write these things down. All of these feelings that you're feeling, as much as maybe I'm scolding you right now, all of this, again, is part of what you need to preserve, what you need to write down, what you need to journal about. These experiences that you're having, these feelings even that you're having, I'm getting the feeling it's going to be kind of important to you, and you might want to keep a record of it. That may be part of the expansion for you, Scorpio. So next we're going to get messages from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, and that's by Doreen Virtue. Let's see. Oh, okay. Sekhmet. Be strong. S-E-K-H-M-E-T. Sekhmet. Be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Very good. So whatever it is that they're coming at you with, you're going to be able to take it if you're facing any adversities. If you are going through this business expansion and you're starting to get tired, okay, you're tired of the struggle, the continuing struggle. The rat race, doing the same thing over and over and over and over. And as much as it is profitable, as much as it has provided you with abundance, okay, it is monotonous. So you're being advised to be strong. Okay, so let's see what that's talking about. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share. If you want a personal reading, you can send an email to pbtarot7@gmail.com, or you can follow me on Instant Go, INSTANTGO, Instant Go, and that's an Apple product. Alrighty. And you can ask a question, or you can buy a video reading on Instant Go. Okay. Video as in live, I meant a live reading, not video. Okay, so segment, be strong. Trying to see if y'all can see that clearly. Okay. All right. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm doing all this. I was resting. Okay. This is the message. See yourself as strong and victorious. Don't complain about anything. Don't blame anyone or any condition. You're the embodiment of strength, not victimhood. As you rise above the old tendencies and see yourself in a new light of beautiful feminine strength, your life will automatically shift in miraculous ways. You'll attract new opportunities, forms of abundance, and relationships to help you manifest your highest potential. Being strong means seeing yourself in the most favorable light you can imagine. Be real. Allow yourself to feel genuine emotions. But most of all, be strong. Meanings of this card: don't underestimate yourself. Don't yield to pressure or temptation. Avoid complaining or indulging in negative thinking. Engage in weight training exercises to make your body stronger. Sekhmet, the Egyptian sun goddess, is a fiery protector who's married to the Egyptian deity Ptah. Her name means strong and mighty. Sekhmet is connected with lions, symbolizing her fiercely protective nature, and sometimes appears with a lion's head and a human woman's body. Call for Sekhmet to shore up your strength and power. So, based on the reading, first of all, I would think that this is also saying that there may be a Leo or a Sagittarius or an Aries involved in the situation with you, Scorpio. I would say that that might be good. So maybe one of your family members or your business partner is one of the fire signs. You have to be wise. You have to be strong. Check your habits. Check your tendencies. There's a lesson within this, okay, about your ability to adjust, your ability to expand your heart, your ability to take in this information, this new information. And you can. I mean, that's what, yeah, definitely. Okay? You are not the victim. You are the victor. You're strong. Yeah, don't give in to the negative thinking. And you catch yourself giving yourself bad, negative thinking and stuff. Try to change the subject. Put on some music. Turn the TV up higher or turn it on. Do something else to distract yourself from negative messages that you give yourself. You got enough people out here that'll be ready to shoot you down, especially when you come into all this abundance. Y'all know what I'm saying. They don't need no help from you. They don't need you cutting you down. They are doing it very well by themselves, and you are doing a good job of ignoring them. Keep that part up. Ignore that nonsense. Be strong, okay? Because you're going to have a happy outcome once you get your head on straight. Spiritual career. 78. So this again is a 6, right? 7 and 8 is 7 plus 7 is 14, and then 1 is 15, and 1 and 5 is 6. So see how I have to go through all of that just to add and subtract? It's sad. Do you know, just to digress, I graduated high school, New York State, Regents Diploma, New York State Regents Award winner for the state. Can't do math. Have a Regents Diploma back when it was important and special. I don't know what this is that they're doing now. I can't get it. I can't figure it out. But anyway, there was everybody got a general diploma, and if you took special classes and took special examinations and did well enough on them, 65 was passing back then. I don't know what it is now. But and you passed those exams, you got a Regents Diploma. I had a Regents Diploma with endorsements in American Studies, English, and Spanish. I passed the New York State Regents in Spanish. I did very well in Spanish, but it's been years. But I know enough Spanish to get me through a day of work at my job, 23 years. But it's something called spatial dyslexia, and that's why I have no sense of direction, and I have a hard time with numbers. So when I was in high school, the 12th grade, and they saw what was going on, my guidance counseling them. So for my last year, I had like advanced placement English classes and all that stuff, American Studies, advanced placement, Spanish, and pre-algebra. I had pre-algebra, but there was a class. It wasn't like I was in the corner getting tutored. There was a class full of us, but I couldn't do it. So I got up to division, no problem. Still problem. I have to think about it, but they invented the calculator and all this. The cash registers give you their own change and the whole nine. They didn't have all of that, but I never came home without the right change. I never got swindled at the grocery store. None of that. So I'm good. I'm good. With budgeting and all that other stuff. I just have to think about it. So I like the numerology. I love that. Again, but that is again something that I have to think about. So I don't have a problem. I'll write down numbers and add, and the way that I just did, the way I just came to 15, that's how my brain works. I have to add the smallest number that I can add and then add to that. Hey, nobody's perfect. There's more, but that's enough. That's enough. But I overcame it. You find a way to maneuver even within your shortcomings, right? Because you want to do well, and that is a part of loving yourself. Okay, well, this is what I can't do or what I struggle with doing. How can I find a way to do it? Get it done. I might accept the fact that you might take longer than the other people, the other kids, accept the fact that you don't get it right away. You don't get it this way. You have to get it that way. They have to teach you in a different style. And that's the problem in a lot of cases. We haven't been, plugging into the diversity of each child, each student that learns differently, because it costs money and it takes time. But within yourself, hopefully, you have that impetus to make yourself go beyond your handicaps or go beyond your disabilities or disadvantages, to try to not turn lemons into lemonade, because sometimes it's just damn lemons, but at least find a way to get around it. Find a way to adjust yourself to it, to your advantage, so that you can still utilize that that thing so that you could still use those tools, so you could still get to point B. Anyway, spiritual career. Number 78. Oh boy. This card indicates an opportunity to embark upon a career in the mind, body, spirit arena. This could be a full-time or part-time venture. It's entirely up to you. So, if you've already retired, you have choices, right? You may already have the credentials to begin this work now, or you may require further study before you're ready to start. Ark of the Covenant. Whatever your situation, this card is confirmation that you have genuine talent and abilities that need to be put to good use. You may decide to work as a clairvoyant, a life coach, a homeopath, or a healer and see clients from your home. Or you try your hand at being a card reader, a numerologist, or an astrologer at your local mind, body, spirit fair. You may choose to be a writer of inspirational books or blogs, or conduct workshops in the community. Regardless of what you do, and however big or small the scheme, you can turn it into a career with the potential for success. Ashe, nice. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythms and cycles of your life, cycles that are leading you to embark upon a spiritual career. Only you can know when the time is right, but no matter what, you must believe that you will succeed. Remove the limiting beliefs that are preventing you from moving forward. Release your anxieties and trust the divine. When you focus on being of service rather than your worries, your doubts, and fears, the universe will send you the opportunities to serve. The affirmation for this is, I serve the greater good and am given all that I need. So, get out of that rut. Stop repeating the same behaviors and mistakes that have gotten you not nowhere, but it's just slowed down your progress. Because you've made progress, apparently, of course, ashe. But there's still certain habits that you have that are just delaying your ascension or delaying your progress. So maybe it's some bad habits that you have. Maybe they're addictions that you have. Maybe you smoke, you drink, dance hoochie coochie on Sunday. I don't know. But whatever habit that you may have that may be distracting, that takes away from your work or takes away from your focus, or something that may not be healthy for you, those things that are keeping you from getting your exercise or whatever, those are things that you may need to come out of so that they don't disrupt your progress and keep you from the goals or keep you from doing the things that you want to do now that you have the time and the resources to do it and the impetus to do it. Maybe it's saying this is something that you may not want to get rid of now. All right, this is a habit you may want to break. So it could be drinking, smoking, doing illicit drugs, or I don't know, whatever bad habits folks have. Just saying. Next cards that we're going to get are from the Native Spirit Oracle guidebook, and that is by Denise Lynn. Okay, so let's see what Native Spirit has to share with you. Scorpio. Believe me, when I pick up each of these decks, I've already shuffled them off camera, on and off during the day. or sometimes just when I sit down here and I set everything up and move things around because midnight has knocked something over or stepped on something or whatever. Or she's just sitting here and I have to move her. So these are the Nature Spirit Oracle deck, and the card that came for you was Nature Spirits. Okay. Now, when I use the Cosmic Conscious Spirit Oracle, and I see Nature Spirits, because there's a card that says Nature Spirits, from the moment I've opened that deck and started using it, it talked about addictions and liquor to me. Because of the Nature Spirits, it said alcoholism to me. And I was just talking about addictions and using illicit drugs or over drinking, overspending, codependency, some bad habit. Okay, again, that's not what this card means in this deck, but I think this is a confirmation since I had just talked about those type of habits. So maybe that's the thing that you are doing that's holding you back from all that you could be getting at this time, or maybe it's slowing you down, all right? Making you not clear, and maybe you're repeating mistakes that you wouldn't be repeating if you were clearer. Or this drug addiction is a mistake that you've repeated. Maybe this alcoholism, alcoholism. I was trying to say alcohol addiction, and it came into some other strange word that is not in the dictionary, I'm sure. This alcoholism could be, this could be the karmic trudge that you have to get out of in order to get to the Ark of the Covenant. Maybe this is the karmic task, the lesson, to put down those crutches. Lean not to thy own understanding. Lean only to me. Is that the verse? There's some scripture that says that, but they don't want you to have any, what is it, crutches. They don't want you to have anything that you depend. They want. So, okay, so Spirit is saying they want this to be between you and Source. Okay, you and your ancestors, you and your spirit guides. This is about your relationship with the divine, which they feel they're warning you, or they're advising you, or they're pointing out to you that the use of these other things, these drugs, may be what's holding up your progress. Not because you can't handle it. That's not it. It's because they don't want you to depend on anything but yourself, your gifts, and them. That's what they said just now. Okay. They only want you to depend on them and your gifts. That's it. Yeah. Okay. So, nature spirits. Let's see what that is. Something to consider. Ooh, excuse again. Okay. This talks about joy, delight, carefree abandon, living wildly, magically and free. Be open to the wonders of the universe flooding into your life. Innocence and delight are abounding. Happiness is on its way. The native spirit wants you to know almost every indigenous culture recounts stories of fairies, often called the little people, and nature spirits. Although some of the fairies act in protection of their wild lands and should be treated with care and respect, most often they bring blessings and delight to all in their realm. If this nature spirit card chooses you, then welcome to a wellspring of joy and magic. Beneath the surface, mystical interventions are occurring in your life. Relax, all is well. Even taking a few moments of stillness in the natural world can help you attune to the world of the little people and nature spirits. If you see a small flash of light or movement or leaf on a windless day, these are often signs that the wee folk are near. Okay. All right. So if the air is stagnant, nothing's going on, and you see little sparks of light or leaves blowing with no wind, then that's evidence of the nature spirits being around you and wanting to get your attention. Okay, so very good. All right, so now we have one last part of this reading. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. And I hope that these messages resonate with you. And if they do, or if they don't, please do me a favor and share them with other people. You can send it as an attachment to a birthday greeting or just a I'm thinking of you thing, you know. Even if all of these messages in this reading did not resonate with you, they may resonate with someone else that you know who is a Scorpio or has Scorpio in their chart. And I'd appreciate it. And the divine appreciates it. And I'm sure whoever you send it to will appreciate it. And it'll be a good thing for you to do too. Okay? Create more good karma points. So what these cards are the Past Life Oracle deck by Dr. Brian L. Weiss, MD, and Doreen Virtue. All right. These cards talk about who you were in your past lives. Your eternal soul has lived many lifetimes that affect your current career, health, relationships, family, and life lessons. Okay. This deck of the Past Life Oracle cards will help you understand your own patterns and behaviors so that you can overcome negative blocks and enjoy greater happiness, well-being, and love. Don't come up here again, Midnight. Nuh-uh, nuh-uh. What's that? Get down, get down. What, you knew the phone was going to ring? Hold on, everybody. Let me just put this on pause. So sorry. Now, she jumped up here at the same time the phone rang. She jumped, and then the phone rang. And who was it? My son, her husband. And now she's in the window again. She's looking for him. Interesting, this cat stuff. What am I doing? Okay, so, as I was saying, what we're going to do here, I'm going to get 3 cards. Card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. These cards are messages from our ancestors that are going to give us some insight into our past lives. So, if what I propose that you do, I'd like for you to do as part of this reading and starting to exercise our intuitive muscles, if you can ask your ancestors to direct you to which of the 3 cards that they give me, which of these cards is the message that is meant from them to you. Make sense? So right now I have 2 cards. I'm waiting. Yeah, 2 cards. Get one more card. So card number 1. I'm not going to show you the front of the card. I'm going to show you the back of the card, and then I'm going to, when I read it, I'll turn it over. Okay. But I want you to ask your ancestors, is this the message that they intend for you? Card number 1. Card number 2. Ask your ancestors, is the message on card number 2, is that message directed to you? And then one more card. And you can pause it and pray about it. You can breathe and pray about it while I'm doing this. Ask your ancestors to direct you to the correct card. And the last card here. Card number 3. Okay, so card number 3. Card number 1, 2, 3. All right, everybody. So breathe and ask your ancestors to direct you intuitively to which of these 3 cards, card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3, is the message for you. Okay? So here we go. If you picked card number 1, the message your ancestors sent to you was ships. Ships. S-H-I-P-S. Ships. All right, let's see what that message is. Your prior lifetimes spent on ships bringing... Okay. Your prior lifetime spent on ships bring this card to you today. As a former sailor, a crew member, or ship passenger, you've had experiences at sea that have exerted an influence on the situation that you're inquiring about. You probably already have a sense of the type of life you had aboard these ships. The question now becomes how your experiences have affected your present life. Negative reactions, such as fears and phobias, or positive reactions, such as longings to travel, or a special affinity to the ocean, all may have arisen in prior lifetimes. So, while I'm reading these messages, also, if you have any reactions in your body, if you start to get a pain or a twinge, or your ear ringing, or like a head, like real quick head thing or something, some physical reaction to the words, again, that may be a sign from your ancestors that this message is for you, and your spiritual self knows it and relates to it, and that's why it's having a physical reaction. So your spiritual self that is here having a human experience doesn't remember all of those things. But because you're tuning in right now, as I read this, you may have a reaction physically. You also may have a dream later on tonight or some other day. But there may be signs and synchronicities to confirm the fact that your ancestors wanted you to have card number 1. Okay, ships. Same method for everybody else. What's your body telling you? Are you getting any signals? Write down these things. Again, start keeping a journal of your experiences as you are ascending. Okay. Card number 2 is trust and faith. Trust and faith. trust and faith. The question that you're asking today is connected to the levels of trust and faith that you have. These two qualities affect the amount of fulfillment, peace, and joy you experience. If you find that you don't trust yourself or others, or even life itself, the reason may be rooted in prior lifetimes. This card may also indicate a past lifetime where you were betrayed by a specific person who is in your current life. So maybe someone returned from your past, and this is in reference to that situation. This is also true with respect to the amount of faith you have in the universe or God. Look other cards that you may have gotten during this reading may be clues as to which of these lives may have shattered or boosted your faith. So maybe there was a message in these cards. Maybe you lived during this time that Sekhmet was a ruling queen. Maybe you experienced these pains, these trust issues while you were living during these times. Interesting. Or maybe while you were a native, an indigenous person in the country that you were in. Maybe it happened to you during that time. Maybe that's where the alcoholism, the drug addictions, maybe that's where they stem from. You have drawn this card as a sign to have faith and trust that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. While it's true that you learn from your past, it's also important to live in this moment without clouding it with past pains. And if your faith and trust issues are directed at certain individuals, listen to these feelings as they may be red flag warnings to heed. You can forgive someone for past lifetimes and also follow your inner guidance to avoid him or her if it is warning you to distrust this person. So you can forgive someone for whatever, karmic sins went on in this lifetime or lifetimes previous that you may or may not remember. But that don't mean that you got to stay with them or that you have to keep them around as a friend. Bless them. Bid them farewell. Okay, so that was your message if you had chosen card number 2. For those of you who chose card number 3, the message for you is spirituality and religion. Well, Scorpio, what's going on with all this God stuff? Okay, let's see what is happening here. Special group, spirituality and religion. Excuse me. Everyone's soul enjoys varied experiences and opportunities. So it's very common for us to explore a number of different So it's very common for us to explore a number of different religious and spiritual paths as we travel through lifetimes. While spiritual growth and knowledge accumulate during all lifetimes, the specific spiritual or religious path differs in each one. Perhaps the religion you were raised with doesn't reconcile or doesn't coincide with your true beliefs. This acknowledgement may trigger guilt or fear or shame, unless you're aware of the bigger picture. Your spiritual knowledge is housed within your soul, and you are an eternal being who is forever connected to divine, infinite wisdom. This card asks you to explore alternative spiritual and religious paths. There you will find the inner peace and answers that you seek. Very good. So, spirituality and religion. Someone did it in the past and doing it in the future. So, make comments below. Send me an email. Let me know. Make comments below. I love to watch, the comments and you all interacting with each other. That's all part of the game, part of the fun, right? So, let me know which card you chose, and did you feel anything that resonated with you with this card? And then I'll be seeing you all again in the middle of May for your Love Bites. So thank you so much for allowing me to share these messages with you. I hope that you have a nice, marvelous Mother's Day, those of you who are parents. And I will be talking to everybody soon. Bye.